What is going on, my lovely lady? Oops, that's a good start. Lovely ladies and gentlemen of the world, I am tired. I think my sleep schedule right now may be the most fucked up it's ever been, which is kind of an impressive feat, to be honest, if you knew anything about my sleeping history. So, life is weird right now, and I need to fix that. But while I don't get around to fixing that, we're gonna watch some beautiful Byakuya mirror matches. Because this ought to be a perfect example of everything that makes fighting games great. Of amazing neutral gameplay, of just really solid, fair gameplay all around. I cannot wait to sit here and observe what makes fighting games the best genre of games ever. Why are you standing up from, like, I mean, he wasn't anywhere nearby where he could have potentially done. Maybe he was worried about, because this is the range at which, damn, that was fucked up. That is the range at which assault would be probably the most significant threat. So maybe he was concerned about that, but that was a poor decision. Alright, but now the shoe's on the other foot. Now he gets to do the spiderweb shenanigans, and he didn't fuck his up like the other one did. He stood up too, but he didn't get the confirm. Oh no! Oh no! This is what happens. This is what leads to a 43% win rate. It really is, like, defense is such a significant difference maker. It really is. And this person, their defense leaves a lot to be desired. He stood up again. He dropped the combo again. Is that an overhead? I mean, it must be if he's getting bopped like that, but I honestly don't know if I've ever actually seen that move before, and it seems really fast to be an overhead. But maybe I'm just missing some early tell to the move. But damn, that was, yeah, that's an ass beating. That feels bad. Alright. Ow, that felt bad. Oops! Go all the way back to the start. Damn, literally all the way back to the start. I didn't know this kept everything. Holy shit. That's really cool, actually. I wonder if it'll ever take them away. If there is like a... No! I assume it wouldn't. Like, the only real thing that would cause replays to disappear would be people overwriting their own replays. So yeah, that list will probably stay there forever. That's cool. Poor Mika. She lost this round. Never mind, he did an empty jump into getting hit. What the hell, man? Oh no. Oh, mistimed the Okie. Good throw tech. Oh, I wonder if he meant to get that backdash. Probably. But it doesn't seem like a great defensive option against that move. Man, a whole lot of empty, like, doing stuff into nothing. And every time it's led to a disadvantage that gets capitalized on for the other player. God, super projectiles in this game are bullshit. Like, universally, I don't think there's any good backdash whiff punish. I don't know if there's any projectile, like super projectile in this game. Nanase's maybe? Hers isn't that good. I mean, it certainly doesn't give you like 70 frames of advantage on block. Bop by the overhead. Stagger 2 ways, but no confirm. Ah. Interesting that he would chain shift there. I guess he was concerned because she was only dashing, right? She wasn't, when he chain shifted, she wasn't committed to that move, or at least it didn't look like she was committed to that move. So she could have stopped and blocked, which is why he probably did not do 2. good punish of the projectile nullification. Damn. Never do that in neutral again. Oh my god, he just ate 4K for that. All he wanted to do was get rid of a projectile. That's it. What? That's even more bullshit than the other one! He got out of it. Got out of it. Combo dropped. It was a good anti-air. I'm sure it's advantageous on block to do that regardless, but still, good anti-air into the whiff normal to allow him to hit confirm that. A lot of characters have stuff like that. Generally, that's how a lot of characters actually hit confirm their anti-airs in general on counter hit. Like, a lot of characters really can't. %87 win rate. Yikes! This is bound to be an oppressive Orie. I know one of you guys keeps telling me you're supposed to pronounce it Orie. I'm good. I'm pronouncing it Orie until the end of my time. Just like Linne. Or is it supposed to be Linne? I mean, Linne's not that bad, but Orie? It just sounds like somebody fucking up Oreo. Like somebody doesn't know how to read very well. And so they said Orie instead of Oreo. Like, nah, I'm solid, man. I don't like that name. I like Orie better. So I'm sticking with Orie. I will mispronounce anything I desire so long it is as long as it is to my advantage. In Orie over Orie 100% of the time. Anyway, that round went by quickly. And this round looks like it's gonna go just as fast. Oh no. But yeah, it's the funkiness when you bring foreign pronunciation rules into, like, for instance, I know a lot of people have asked me why I pronounce Wagner, Weiss. Even though I think, as far as I am aware, somebody told me you're supposed to pronounce that Weiss, which is just, no. You stole the German word for white to name your character because obviously that's what she is. That's what she is. Fuck. What word am I trying to use? Yeah, Linne. Let's get used to that. Linne got fucked up. Inspired from. So you can't just take the word and then fuck it all up to your own specifications. I mean, I guess you can. I just said I could, so why can't you? But I will pronounce it Weiss always, because that is the German word for white. Waldstein is another one. A lot of... I don't know of any other... I mean, not that I've studied a whole... I haven't exactly gone through and studied the world's languages, but all the languages that I'm aware of, that I can think of off the top of my head, pronounce their, if they have a W in their language, they pronounce the W like va, and like a V, instead of how we pronounce a W. So that's like Arakuni. I know you're supposed to say it Arachne, because I mean, obviously it's like kind of inspired by arachnid. At least as far as I'm aware, that would make sense. But I constantly, I mean, it's like the Ryu. God help the people that say Ru. Well, I'll say Arakuni, I'll say Arachne, I'll say all kinds of things. Azrael. I say Azrael a lot instead of Azrael. It's weird when you throw in... I mean, that's the fucked up thing, right? Because English is not like a solitary language. English has an amalgamation of so many other words. So like the first time I ever saw Chihuahua, right? You're taught, just when you're in grade school, you're just taught sound it out. Just follow the pronunciation rules that you're taught and just, read what it says. And that's generally how you pronounce things. That's probably the most bullshit thing I've ever been taught. So many things break that rule. So like the first time I ever saw Chihuahua, my parents got a fucking kick out of me saying Chihuahua. Assholes. How was I supposed to know better? I'm like 5, man. Fucking asshole parents. What was another one that fucked me up? Colonel. Not Colonel like the popcorn, but Colonel like the military rank. Colonel. It's basically what it looks like. So many examples. Oh, indict with a silent fucking C? What has a silent C? Apparently that fucking word. This match is stupid. I haven't even been paying attention, but it's still goddamn stupid. I'm too tilted about pronunciation. Don't talk to me. I don't even want to watch this game anymore. This is what happens when I'm tired, man. I get weird. There's always the, like, there's the different levels of tired. There's the boring tired where like you don't have any energy. And then the level after that is when your body is like, fuck it, apparently this asshole is staying awake and is gonna make me suffer. So let me send a surge of energy into them that they won't really know what to do with. And that always turns me a little loopy. That's where I'm at right now. Good block. Oh, bad bash. I can't believe they're putting Merkava in the game in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I'm like, I can in terms of his character. Honestly, I feel like he's a pretty iconic feature of the game. But in terms of how the game interacts, I think that character is gonna be busted. Especially if that remains safe. If they keep the frame data on that, since all supers, are there any, somebody let me know. I mean, I didn't exactly go through and test every single super in the game, but as far as I can tell, universals are universally, did I say universals? Supers are universally invulnerable on startup, like every single one of them. And so if they keep the frame data for some of them and they keep them safe, like, oh god. There probably already are safe supers in the game. Oh god, could you imagine if they keep that in the game? Oh no, don't give him that. That plus an assist, can you imagine the mix-up that Merkava's gonna have? God, could you imagine if it was a proper crossover game that was actually like purely skill-based and you had all of your options available to you at all times? The kind of bullshit that would be available, the kind of fun that that game would be, like, oh, it would be orgasmically good. And instead you have access to like a tenth of your normals at any given time based on what button you press prior to it. It kinda sucks. Oh shit. I mean, to be fair, I do think that in regard to that game, I definitely got the short end of the stick in terms of how simple the game really is because of the fact that Tager was the first character that I looked at. Like, I mean, like I said, I did not try every character in the game, but I would be very surprised if there was any character that was more simplistic and limited than Tager is in that game. Anyway, let me stop. Let me actually pay attention to matches. I mean, I should be enjoying this, right? It's Phonon getting their ass beat. He should be throwing more. Okay, never mind, doesn't have to. But Phonon threw for him. But I was going to say he should be throwing more because he's punished her attempt to kind of call out throw text twice. And so that's the point where now you clearly have them doubting themselves. They're sitting there thinking, my reactions are not, or my reads are not there. I don't have the reactions to deal with throws. I've been punished twice for it. I lost the previous round because I tried to throw tech and you assaulted. That's putting the doubt in the mind, and they're probably not going to do that anymore, and that's when you really start to abuse throws, but the Merkava never did. Now granted, it's a hell of a lot more difficult to pay attention to that kind of thing and kind of parse all that information properly when you're in the middle of a match. Because you have a whole, it's easy to be an armchair warrior. Not so much when you actually have to do it yourself. And you have, I mean, you have yourself to worry about, you have everything your opponent is doing to worry about, like, it's a hell of a lot harder to do things in a match. Which is why watching replays of yourself, it can be kind of weird. But watching replays of yourself is one of the best ways to improve because you are significantly more observant when you're just impartial and not involved in anything. So that is always, I think it's one of the things that gets kind of ignored the most when people are asking, you know, how do I improve? There's always, everybody always has tips for gameplay, but very, very rarely do I ever see people say, go look at your own replays, go watch your matches after the fact. Yeah, you should. It's really fucking helpful. It's especially more helpful if you can watch them with somebody that you know is better than you. And so then they can also point things out to you as well that maybe you wouldn't notice. You know, like maybe you have a bad habit that you've never really considered to be a bad habit. It might be something you do without even realizing it. Somebody else would be able to notice that kind of thing and point it out. That kind of stuff. So you should always... But yeah, replays in general are very, very helpful and not used as often as they should be. I kind of want to look at character select and just see, like, does anybody have a super... I mean, I did mention Nanase, but hers isn't bad, it's just not busted good. Oh. Yikes, he's dead. Doesn't even need to try to do a real combo low enough that he can basically... I mean, he probably could have just done an auto combo off of that. Oh my god, the balls to just keep dashing up did not pay off. Is that actually an overhead? I don't know. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I think that gets him around... No, I thought he got more than that. I thought he got like 3.6. Maybe it's 3.6 when he has Vorpal from the start. Oh shit! Oh, he could have confirmed that. Good block. Unfortunately, it doesn't fucking matter because Gordeau's 2-2A is really goddamn good. Ooh. Really fucked up scramble there. Pays off in Gordeau's favor. He needs one more hit because he has infinite worth. That's not gonna kill. If he had the balls, he didn't believe in it. The reason why he canceled into that in the first place was to keep it safe. He did not believe for a second that was gonna hit, so he just threw that out there because it's plus on block and it would have allowed him to continue his pressure. If he had actually reacted to that hit, he would have won the round. He could have confirmed into infinite worth. Because infinite worth basically hits from like the entire goddamn screen. It's kind of ridiculous. It's a bummer. That really sucks to lose the round that way. Because that should have absolutely been Gordeau's round to win right there. Oh, 72% win rate. Phonon! Rest in peace, Akatsuki. I cannot imagine how bad this matchup must really be for him. Unless Phonon just runs into his face and lets him start hitting buttons. In that case, it's probably not that bad. It's kind of exactly what you would want as Akatsuki. Yikes. I don't understand why people play characters like this in general. You know, like you're playing a character like Phonon who has such a massive advantage in this matchup by just playing the mid-range game. Force them to make mistakes, force them to take risks in order to come in on you. And you just do the job for them and you run into their face. It's very strange. It's also interesting how often players let other players get away with Rekkas in this game. I don't know of any Rekkas that are positive on block. Like, I mean, most of them are unpunishable. Usually that's how Rekkas work. The first hits tend to be unpunishable, but they also tend to be negative on block. So it's very strange how often players will throw out Rekkas and then respect the frame data on them. She has to use meter, I think, to get there. Nope. She's gonna use it all anyway. That was absolutely unnecessary. She could have just finished the combo and just dipped. But she is going to use literally all of her meter to end that round instead. Let's see if that winds up biting him in the ass. It very well could. Like, yeah, he just dashes up against Akatsuki. Like, why are you doing this entire matchup? Has to just be the most massive struggle for Akatsuki in neutral. Like, he has no advantage at all. And Phonon is just doing the job for him. Like, she quite literally dashed into his face to die. She dashed into his face, did one block string, and then died. It's so strange to watch. She just keeps doing it. You have so many mid-range normals. You have that projectile. Use them. Use them better. That hurt. I need water. God damn it. She's not dead yet. But once again, she basically did the Akatsuki. God damn it! You're -7 after throw text. You don't get to hit a button. But she hit a button and got kicked in the fucking face. God damn it. Oh, I thought that was 3 million for a second. I was like, god damn. I didn't know anybody had gotten to that amount of points. Oh. That's a fucking tilter. It's kind of interesting to me that this Yuzuriha's respecting the projectile. It feels like she could just bunny hop over the projectile and start throwing out her sword specials. Gets hit by the overhead. Defense, defense, defense. It's such a huge divider. I mean, even when you look at, like games like BlazBlue or Guilty Gear that have instant blocking, the difference in between players that like just block normally, like me, I never trained myself to instant block, and then somebody that does, like honestly, I would be so much better at BlazBlue. I mean, I would be better at Guilty Gear if I just played it. I can't blame that on instant blocking. But in BlazBlue, like, the fact that I don't instant block as often as I should, it does limit how good I am at the game. That is a huge barrier for my improvement if I do indeed want to improve in that game. Which, unfortunately, let's not go there. But regardless, defense is just so fucking important and so often ignored. God, that cough really did a number on me. Oh. I don't think she's dead. Okay, it's not even close. Oh, just gets bopped. I wonder if that's throw bait. I'm not 100% sure if... I mean, it did look like she was out of range of a throw, but she... See that? There we go. That's... Oh, that's unfortunate. It's grid broken. That's a tilter. Right before Vorpal is awarded. Good mash right there. I dig it. Shouldn't say good mash. That was not a mash, but it's just a comment. Oh no! Can't drop your combos. Oh yeah, that was a mistake. Good double overhead. Oh shit! Resets it. Doesn't block it. Does the same reset. Resets again. Defense is important. Fuck. That just hurts to see. That really hurts to see. That was like 6 resets that they had the potential to block any one of them. Fuck. I guess we haven't seen a Seth yet. I was almost enjoying my day. Sethless. Man, could you imagine? Just imagine for a second. Remember what I said earlier about how godlike BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle would be if it was actually like properly made, using the mechanics of each of their individual games that were always available to you at any given time and not locked behind just mashing a button 4 or 5 times in a row. Now take that concept and imagine a team of Yosuke Seth. Just sit there and think about that for a moment and truly enjoy your life. Linne's not enjoying her life. Oh, gets the whiff, doesn't confirm it though. Gets hit by the half-screen unblockable grab. It's so concerning how often people get hit by that. Myself included. Like, it is legitimately a deer in headlights situation. You have all the time in the world to react to it. But part of you, like, it's kind of a mental thing. Part of you is concerned about the projectile that he just put down. So you're waiting for that to come around and deal with that so that you can actually start playing neutral again. And then you just get hit by a fucking grab. That's a bummer. This character does not deserve an invulnerable command grab. I'm just saying. I mean, honestly though, when you think about it, how many characters that actually have those deserve them? Like, I'm cool with grapplers having them, right? Grapplers tend to be pretty light on defensive options. They don't tend to have a lot going for them. They tend to be pretty immobile. So they gotta have something to prevent you from just running at them all day and staying in their face. So that I understand, but like, characters like Gordeau having one is weird. Seth, Carmine, it's kind of fucked up. Is he gonna get the no? Or is he? Nope. I was waiting for that command grab reset. The one that's just legitimately unblockable. It is a pure guess. Nope, just gets whiff punished. Yosuke and Seth. Holy shit. I would rage quit the game. 100%, I would just dip the first time I had to face that. Man, goddamn, give me something. Oh, here, well, I do want to see a Wagner, so we'll probably go with that one. Here we go, kinda. If I can find a better one, okay, we gotta watch that one. We gotta watch both of these. How long has it been? Oh, it's been 29 minutes. I'll find a good one to end on. I was hoping for a high-ranked Enkidu versus a high-ranked somebody else, but high-ranked Enkidu feels a bit like a paradox. Not a paradox, that's the wrong word. Oxymoron? Fuck it, let's do it. Am I thinking of that correctly? I don't know why, for some reason I'm blanking on exactly what an oxymoron is. No, oxymoron was the right one. I don't know why my mind went to... You know what? I know why my mind went to paradox. Because I heard somebody use it incorrectly earlier. And so I wanted to use it incorrectly myself, I guess. Yeah, oxymoron was the correct term. I fucked up. Okay, I didn't fuck up. I thought I was about to watch Enkidu just get blasted non-stop. Quite literally. Okay, I fucked up. I'm sorry, Enkidu. I did this to you. That's my bad. Oh shit, I don't think I've ever seen that used. Honestly, most just go for the hard knockdown. That's kind of cool. I like moves like that. In general, I like moves where somebody grabs the person in the air, jumps in the air with them or something like that, and then just slams them back into the ground. Those are visually appealing to me. I greatly enjoy them. As the neutral ward does the real shit. Not sure why you used meter there. I mean, you get a little bit of extra damage, you get better advantage coming out of it, but you did spend meter on it. Good side switch. That one I agree with you. Oh, it worked out. It worked. It didn't work out. I was just about to say, could you imagine if she managed to bring this back? You don't need to be scared from that range. Maybe Linne does. Or not Linne, what the fuck am I saying? Linne, Eltnum does. I don't think she really has any pokes that deal with that range properly. Good. Chain shift. I think she gets a free side switch, yeah. And then puts him right back in the corner. Drops the combo! Oh shit! I don't get that. Oh no. That comboed? I actually didn't know that comboed. Does not seem good for damage though. He does get the side switch and it does give him the corner, so that was a good thing. But off of a high counter, well, I was gonna say off of a high counter he definitely could have gotten better than that, but that range that he landed the 5B at was basically max range. Like, that was the furthest away that can hit. And honestly, most of Enkidu's hit... No, he probably could have done a partially charged 3C to get the little bit of a roll, the forward momentum in there, pop him in the air, do a fully charged 6C, then pick him up off of that for more damage. But I don't think it would have killed. So I agree. I like that hit confirm. I've never seen that before, but I like it because it does force the side switch and it put her back in the corner. Whereas otherwise, the screen position for him would not have been as advantageous. I like that. And I've never seen that before, so that's cool.